All right, folks, we're going to do literal equations. I can guarantee you one or two of these on a benchmark and definitely on the EOC. So let's talk about what literal equations are. They are equations containing more than one variable. Equations with more than one variable. They have a lot of variables. Okay, sorry, it's blurred. Something wrong with my camera at home. Okay, equations with more than one variable. You solve for a specific variable. Okay. All right, and you do not get a numerical solution. So you will not get a numerical answer. Like you guys are used to getting an answer like 5. You will not get a numerical answer. You will get an expression instead. I abbreviated so y'all don't have to write so much, okay? So here's an example. If you did your extra credit, you've already seen these examples. P equals W over T. This is actually, I think, a formula for horsepower, I think. F equals MA. This is, these are real formulas. This is force equals mass times acceleration. You guys may recognize this one. This is a volume formula. Volume equals 1/3 pi r squared h. It's the volume of a cone. Formula for the volume of a cone. Here's P equals twice the width plus twice the length. That's a perimeter formula. Probably recognize this one too. C equals 2 pi r. That's a circumference formula. Okay, so these are all examples of literal equations, okay, and we're going to solve them in terms of variables. Now, the way I'm going to do this, it's going to be kind of weird. I am showing you an equation that you know how to solve, so that you realize that we can use the same steps to solve a literal equation. So this is a one step. If you were solving for x, that's the only variable here, you would subtract 5 on both sides to get x by itself. And notice here you would get a numerical value, and we solve for x. Okay, with literal equations, they have to tell you what to solve for, so you have to read, because they could ask you to solve for C instead of A. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight what I'm solving for. So just like this, I need to, here I move the 5, here I've got to move the C. Since it is added, the opposite of addition is subtraction, so I'm going to subtract C on both sides. So I get A equals E minus C. Notice my answer is not a numerical answer. It's an expression in terms of the other variables. Okay? So this is my answer. Okay? So now I'm going to pause, or we don't need to pause the video. I'm just going to put 10 seconds on the clock, and I want you to do this one by yourself. Okay, so it says solve for F. So F stays. I need to move the D. The D is added, so I'm going to subtract D on both sides. So I get F equals G minus D. Okay? All right, another example. Okay, here I'm solving for x. The 4 is subtracted, so the opposite operation would be to add 4 to both sides. So So I get x equals, I combine and get a numerical answer. Here, solve for t. Well, I need to move the s. The s is subtracted, so I need to do the opposite operation to get rid of it. Cancels. I get t equals h plus s. Okay, I want you to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to put 10 seconds on the clock. Let's do this one. All right, I am solving for G, so G stays. I'm moving the D. The D is subtracted, so I'm going to add D to both sides. So I get G equals P plus D. Okay. All right, next, one-step equation. The 5 and x are separated by understood multiplication, so the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And I get x equals 6, a numerical answer because I only have one variable. Here, this is actually a distance formula. Distance equals speed times time. It's a real formula. I am solving for s. So I need to move the t. The t is connected to the s by multiplication. So the way I'm going to remove the t is by dividing both sides by t. So the t's cancel, and I'm left with an s all by itself, and it's equal to d divided by t. Speed equals distance divided by time. Okay, you're solving for A. I'm going to put 10 seconds on the clock. I want you to do this without me. Okay, solving for A. So I need to get rid of the m. I'm going to divide both sides by m. I'm left with A. I solved for A. F divided by m. Okay. All right, last one stepper. Solving for x, and the 2 is divided. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I am going to multiply both sides by 2. X is all by itself. 2 times 10 is 20. Okay. Velocity equals distance divided by time. I am solving for D. So D stays put. I need to get rid of the T. The T is divided, so the opposite of division is multiplication. So now D is all by itself, and it's equal to VT. You could write TV, it's the same thing. Okay, 10 seconds. I want you to do this last one by yourself. Okay, I'm solving for M. I need to get rid of the V. It is divided. I'm going to do the opposite. And I get M equals VP. You're going to please save this sheet because tomorrow you're going to have a Delta Math on this, okay? And you need your sheet to look at. All right, y'all have a good day.